Hello, my name is Lunar and welcome to the Fallout 4 Settlement Guide, where we live and breathe everything settlements in Fallout 4. If you haven't done so already, check out the previous videos and drop a like on them, because for everyone else, we are on episode 43, if you can believe that. So let's get into the video. What's up guys, today we are back here in the Mechanists Lair. In previous videos, I said to you guys, I wasn't really happy with the way the things were going in the Mechanists Lair. You saw in the last one, we didn't really have much of a build. But I said I would give it another go here, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way things are turning out. But unfortunately, I had to turn this into just a regular settlement. I really wanted to turn this into something cool. In the last one we went over, I tried to build a prison, I tried to build a Robot Wars arena, but none of that stuff was really working out. And I just think there's just not enough stuff in the build menu to have anything cool like that. So maybe once we get the new DLC, they will add enough stuff for us to add in some themes. We have a raider camp, which is a bit different, but the rest of the settlements I've built are just all the same. They're just regular settlements. I try to add in things for people. I kind of try and think of what they will need. So there is place for food, there's a weapons place, there is stuff for building armor, you know, all that kind of stuff. There's place for people to sleep. Just regular things, like you kind of think of what you'd have inside a vault. That's what I try to think of. So before I go over the things I've built so far, I want to say I sent away the Killinator 5000 because he was responsible for all of the lag that was in this settlement. So you can see that the frame rate is much better. And the second thing I want to tell you guys is this place is really difficult to build at, and I think a lot of people are struggling, and that's the reason why I've added in this episode again. I was wanting to go back to the raider camp at the castle, but I think a lot of people are struggling for ideas here, and the reason why, if you go to your build menu, okay, everything kind of seems normal here, but if we go all the way to the end and look at our resources and stuff, okay, you'll notice several things. There are no stores. Okay, there are no stores here to build, so you can't make any money from this settlement. Okay, there are water purifiers, but you can't build them anywhere, so you can't make caps from having extra water. There's no crops, which your people don't need crops to live here. They don't need water or food, which is kind of strange, but they don't, so that's not a big deal. If we go here, there are no scavenging stations, and that's a big problem for me, because we don't have the duplication glitch for the shipments anymore. And I really need materials, especially things like nuclear materials, which I've run out of a lot. And I rely on scavenging stations at all of my settlements now. So I think people are really struggling on what to put in these settlements. And hopefully you guys can get some ideas from what I've built here. As you might be able to tell from the last episode, I wasn't happy with the way things turned out. And what I actually did was I reloaded the entire game so I could get back all of these walkways that I deleted. And also I got back thousands of wood and steel that I used to kind of just test out different builds. The only problem with that was I had to completely redo all of the lighting, but it was definitely worth it to get back all of these walkways. So let's go and see what we have built here. What I tried to do, like I said, I wanted to turn this into like a vault kind of place where settlers, they permanently live here. So we need things for the settlers to have all of the stuff that they need. So here, okay, we can't really have like a store or like a medical place. So what I've done is I've turned this into some kind of little drugstore here, okay? And I tried to put chem stations in. We have these plants, I guess, they kind of look like they can be turned into different medicines. And I've just tried to decorate it as best I can. Like I would any other settlement, you know, I just place things randomly around, like this bathtub, you know. It doesn't really have any purpose, but I think it looks good there. And also we have a TV here with a little chair, which went really nice. If we go, there's nothing on the upstairs yet, but we have a room there, a room here, and we will go over what this is at the end. So if we go around this way, okay, this is where the robot workbench was originally, so I've kept it there, and I've turned this into where our armor kind of station is. So we've got the robot workbench, we have the power armor station, and I've built the 2 armor workbenches here. I filled up the space with these tables, and I've just put loads of toolboxes and stuff around, just to make it look like you would use the things that you would use to build your armor. I also kept this little box here that's full of robot parts because it really went with all of this stuff here. And like always, I always try and fill up all the space with random stuff because I don't like having spare kind of spaces, you know. I don't like having the floor uncovered. I've got rugs down. I don't like having things blank on the walls. So even on this little silver round wall thing I built here, I put a flag on it. I put a cabinet up there to fill up that space. If there's a space left and there's not kind of any room to put things on, I'll put light on it. And you can see that I've kind of done that for everything. I kept in these as well to fill up the space. And I just have random things right now. I have a power pylon here, but I think it goes really well. So that is the armor kind of station here. If we go into this side, this is kind of the main sleeping area. I managed to put up these paintings from the new 1.4 update, but apart from that, there's nothing really else here. This still needs decorated. I tried to put in as much beds as I could, because I don't really want to have beds anywhere else. There's not enough space, but it kind of is a bit bare. Again, I've put down some rugs. I've put in some plants. I've done the lighting, and I will have to put in some more furniture and decorate this place a bit more. If we go up the ramp here, you can see I have turned this into kind of like a kid's bedroom. And I think it went really well. I managed to get in all these little mushroom light things. So that looks really nice. And I managed to get most of the sleeping area in this tiny little square. So I'm very, very happy with that because I don't have, as you can see, a lot of space for building. So that leaves us with just one thing to show, and I will go over kind of what I'm going to do for the rest of the space. I'm not entirely sure what I will build, but I will kind of go over it. And for anyone asking, there are a couple of people who still haven't found the workbench. It's right here, okay? So if you go into the Mechanists Lair, I've replaced the Mechanist with my power armor. It's just on the right hand side here. And I've turned this little area into weapons, okay? So weapons workbench there, weapons workbench there. I accidentally deleted the rug. Well, what this was originally, as you might be able to tell, I built these kind of counters. I was going to turn this into a kind of bar. But then I decided if we look up the way, okay, there is a big space up the top that's unused. And so I tried to build this so I could get up to there and still make it look good, which I think it does. And I turned this into armor and weapons. And if we go up the stairs here, you can see all the way up, we have a little space here we could build. If we go all the way up to the top here, there's actually a big space here, which I'm going to turn into another Nuka's Cola bar. That's right, guys. The Nuka's Cola bar from the Sanctuary is going to expand its franchise, and we're going to build one here. So I will definitely have that built in the next episode. So that's what we're doing in that space. The only thing left to do that I can think of, guys, is we need somewhere to build food, or some kind of food court, or something along those lines. Right at the bottom here, we have this space, and we can turn that into maybe some kind of tables and chairs and food crafting stations. I'm not too sure if I want to fill up this middle part here. If I do, it will only be filled with kind of chairs, but I quite like it being open. And that leaves us with, where's the ramp? If we go up the ramp, that leaves us with just the two rooms that are left here. And I will turn this one into some kind of medical bay, because it kind of really looks like one. We have all these gurneys lying around, and up here is the perfect place for some chairs and beds where we can put our sick patients. We also have a little prison cage there. I'm definitely going to keep that. And over the way there, we have another room, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there. If I do run out of space, I was thinking I can get rid of this little bit of catwalk, and I can expand the floor up to kind of these pillars, and I will have a room that's a pretty decent size leading from here. So I have kind of this one here if I want it, one down the way, a third room there, and a fourth room up here, which we will go into. And also, because I reloaded my game, I don't have the room that's underneath, which I did the glitch to get into, so I'll have to rebuild that. But I don't really want that as part of my settlement. I can use it for storage or whatever, but I'm not going to put anything important there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this build, and hopefully you've gotten some ideas for your own Mechanist Lair builds. Like I said, it was very, very difficult to build anything useful here. You don't have any scavenging stations or stores or anything like that. And also, the robots make the whole place laggy, so you can't even really build a robot lair. So it's very, very difficult. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one. It will definitely be the 4th part of a raider camp, because I don't have this place finished, and I will definitely be recording that because I have got the raider camp already built. So, and it's been quite a while since we've done it. The only thing I have to do is I have to go find loads of skulls. I still don't have any skulls, and it's very difficult to build anything raider related without skulls. Anyway guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.